Hi, my name is Libby Peterson, and this is my persuasive speech about why we should recycle. Take a look at the stadium behind me. If you aren't familiar with it, it's known as Busch Stadium, and it's the home of the St. Louis Cardinals with a capacity of about 4,000 to 6,000 people. According to DoSomething.org, Americans make more than 200 million tons of garbage each year, which is enough to fill Busch Stadium from top to bottom twice a day. When you look at that, it's just crazy. Twice a day, it's like by lunch. We fill that up with trash, and that's just in America. So, a lot of trash. Recycling describes the process of collecting and processing materials that would otherwise be thrown away as trash and turning them into new items. Even though recycling is not a new thing, our efforts need to increase considering how much trash is disposed of every single day. Recycling reduces deforestation, diminishes landfills, and lessens the need to use up resources to create new materials. Today I will talk about how recycling works, why it's important, and how we can help. Before I ask you to go and change something that you do every day, I feel like it's important that you all understand how it works. According to the US EPA, once the recyclable materials have been collected, they are separated into categories such as plastic, glass, paper, etc. After they are sorted, they are sent to a facility to be cleaned and processed into materials that can be used in manufacturing. The new recycled materials are actually bought and sold just like other raw materials would be. More and more everyday items are being created using recycled materials. For example, newspapers, soft drink containers, and laundry detergent bottles. We do our part in the recycling process by paying attention to what is made out of recycled materials and what can be recycled. It's very important to keep an eye out for things like that when you're in the grocery store. So like when you're looking at 2 different types of peanut butter or whatever and you can't decide which one to get, maybe pay attention to which one can be recycled or which one was made with recycled materials. With each passing day, the population of Earth is increasing, obviously. So that means more trash, less space. If all this space is going to start getting taken up by dumpsters and landfills, obviously the survival of humankind is going to be really difficult. Recycling helps solve this problem because a less amount of waste is sent to landfills, which means we have more space for us. It's not a sacrifice when it comes to caring about the earth or caring about other people because obviously that helps us. So you're sacrificing, but yet it's helping you. So, according to an article titled "The Importance of Recycling," if we recycle 1 aluminum can, we can save enough energy to run a TV for about 3 hours. Obviously that changed depending on like the energy consumption of your TV, but it kind of gives you a really good idea about how much energy you can save with just a little bit of effort. Like 1 can compared to a whole bunch of water bottles. Think about how much energy that would be. Examples like those only help to further my point on how little things we do can save the planet and make a huge difference. For starters, keeping recycling bins readily available is one thing that can really help out a lot. As humans, we're super lazy, so the convenience factor is sometimes all we need. If you see that recycling bin, you're gonna put your plastic things in there. So keeping that out can help a lot. Another thing you can do is recycling your empty toner and ink cartridges, because according to the EPA, almost 8 cartridges are thrown out in the United States every second. Like 8 cartridges right there. So that's almost 700,000 cartridges per day. It's also important that we look for the recycled option in every product we buy, like I talked about earlier. Another little thing that can help make a big difference is reusing your coffee cup or using a mug to avoid the waste caused by throwing away the paper or styrofoam every single morning, because a lot of people like their coffee every morning. So think about every day if you use a recyclable cup, saving a plastic cup or paper cup every day. Aside from recycling, there are also a bunch of things we can do to help make a big impact on saving our planet. One thing that we can do is using long-lasting, energy-efficient light bulbs to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. When you look around, you see a bunch of light bulbs, so that can be a lot of energy saved because light bulbs are everywhere. Another thing you can do is planting trees. Obviously, provides for more food and oxygen. I know not everyone wants to go out in their free time and plant a tree, but if we think about just like 1 day every year, if you planted a tree, think about how many trees that would be because of how many people are on Earth. Planting trees helps save energy, cleans the air, and combats climate change. It's also very easy to volunteer for cleanups around our local community. We live around a beach, so I'm sure you all have heard about all the different beach cleanups and things going on, so it's super easy to get involved with things like that. But above all that, one of the most important things you can do is educating yourself. When you increase your own education, you help others understand the importance and value of our natural resources. When we choose not to recycle, we are responsible for putting the world in danger by increasing deforestation, taking up space in our landfills, and using our precious resources to create new materials. With all this new information I have told you today, I challenge you to do at least one thing that doesn't hurt the earth. It doesn't have to be major, but little by little, if everyone starts doing their part, we can set up Earth on the right track to be better equipped for future generations. It takes a very little effort to make a huge difference, so it's up to us to do our part and save our planet. Thank you.